Hi, Algebra 1. So make sure you go to the Bare Necessities. That's the bookstore in the IC building. And get the Algebra 1. It's a red book. And it costs $3. You also need to make sure you have a 3-ring binder. For class, and then the link on Schoology for a calculator. You can rent. We need you to have a graphing calculator. I recommend paying the $20 and you get a TI-83 graphing calculator for the entire year, and then at the end of the year you'll have to return it. So they give you a choice to want the $20 one or the $25. The 20 is fine. Don't get anything different than that. Let me know if that is a financial problem, and I'll make sure you get taken care of. Okay, so we are on day 2. This is called order of operations. And I'm not going to do a lot of teaching about this because you're going to kind of be exploring with each other, going through these problems. So at the bottom of the page, it'll say page 3 over on the bottom right corner of either the book or if you have just the packet still. So order of operations, just remember, they kind of use an acronym, and they call it PEMDAS. This means this is the order you do stuff. So if you see parentheses, you do what's inside the parentheses. If you have something called an exponent, you take care of the exponent next. Then multiply, divide, add, and subtract. And when you're doing the problem, if you had both multiplication and division, you would go left to right. If you had addition and subtraction, you go left to right doing the problem. So what I want you to do is when you are working through a few things, so let's just make sure you feel good with the next one. So let's say you had 3 to the 4th power. This is the same thing as 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. If you multiply this together, you actually come up with an answer of 81. Okay, so this is an exponent. If you have something in parentheses, and let's say there's a 5 outside, so that 5 is going to be multiplied, but what we have to do is we're going to do inside first because there's parentheses, and that would come out to an answer of 25. Okay, you also might see a fraction, so you might see something like this. So you have to know that that answer is 9 when you reduce this. Okay, so there's really not a whole lot more that you're going to be working on, but what I would like you to work with each other for the remainder of the period is page 3 and 4, and see if you can work it together. We will go over this the following day as far as the homework goes. And then make sure, at the beginning of the period, I will go over questions from the homework. So if you have any things that you weren't sure about the previous night, we will definitely go over. Have a nice day, everybody.